Don't blink, it's your boy Ink. Welcome to Ink Vendetta Gaming. Today is the 11th December 2024. We're doing a video where there's a very positive news. And that very positive news is this little package, right? This little package that we received already a couple of months ago. So one of my biggest regrets, right? One of my biggest regrets, it's a really good news actually, is, you see, yeah, the story in itself is actually quite complicated. Where is it? Did I fuck it up? What dropped? Something dropped, but I don't know what. Oh well. Shouldn't be important, right? Oh, there you go. Da, 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 da. Please don't go, I wonder why I... See, when you have a small apartment, that's the thing. So, those two of my biggest regrets are actually quite parallel. They're actually quite complementary of each other. One of my biggest regrets was when I was at work, everything that I was consuming, every single media, every single game, every single song that I would listen to, I would have wanted to make it into content, right? And the reason why is that's one of my biggest regrets was because I took a show that I really love, like Kenny vs. Penny, and I don't have a reason to watch it anymore because I'm done with the reviews. I could take a show like Trailer Park Boys, and that's why I stopped Trailer Park Boys, because we did from season 1 to season 7. And then I don't have a reason to watch those shows again, right? I could do them in French. Actually speaking, I could do Kenny vs. Penny in French, and I could do Trailer Park Boys in French because it's Canadian and there's a lot of Canadian people that talk French. So that could be something I could do. The reason why we have... Oh, I forgot to do something. The reason, right, I used to do that was I was inspired by content. I was hyper productive, but under. I was being more productive than I was having ID. So when you're more productive than you have ID, what do? Well, you start to recycle ID, or you try to do something that is easy. For example, reaction. Now, a reaction isn't always easy, but it's easier than coming up with a subject in itself, right? And one of my also biggest, and you know what? This is my biggest this is my biggest regret. But I do, whenever I talk about this one, I feel bad about it. I really feel bad about it. And the reason is, it's kind of simple. See, one of my biggest regrets as a content creator was my very first stream was a game on an emulator, right? Then my second game was Golden Sun. The funny thing is, we had Golden Sun, we recorded it on Twitch, and it was also on emulators. Then I realized that I had four different playthroughs. Thank God we only had 4 different playthroughs on YouTube. I was told, right? I was told that okay. I was told that it was illegal to use emulators, right? So when I saw that on my YouTube, I was afraid that if my YouTube got more popular, people were gonna report my videos. People flag shit for no reason, right? And then I got really worried because I was like, holy shit! Imagine they delete the whole channel for no reason at all. And I was very worried. So I said, okay, I have to delete them. The problem that I did was I deleted them, but I didn't necessarily back them up. So these contents are lost media forever. The good news is I bought this. What is this? You want to open it together? The problem is, if I open it right now, I'm not gonna use it. I'm not gonna use it right now. But right now we're playing too many games. But it's basically it's a pre-fabric console or handheld console that contains a lot of games. And I looked up what is illegal and the ROM, and the illegal thing is the distribution or the acquiring the ROM. So let's say you go on a certain website and you download the ROMs. this is illegal, right? But if you're already playing a ROM that's already downloaded, so for example, right, if you go into a shop, right, and if you buy a cartridge, I'm gonna say it because I'm old school, I'm a 90s kid. If you buy a cartridge of a game where there's another game on it, you technically got you technically didn't do anything illegal. So you see, for example, when you're filming a movie, let's go with piracy, right? Because that's piracy. The piracy is I don't know why I'm doing this video, but because it's in a couple of months, but fuck it, let's do it. So the piracy is when you go to a theater, right, and you film a movie. That's piracy. But the distribution is illegal. Now buying the movie isn't illegal. Buying bootleg DVD isn't illegal. You're like, okay, where'd you got this? Where'd you get this, right? So kind of the important part here is I'm gonna be able to play this. Now the two things that were good together was like, hey, I'm not gonna be able to I don't want to be streaming everything. I don't want to be filming everything. But these are retro games, and I could absolutely do this. So there's gonna be a lot of new games. There's gonna be a lot of retro game, which means that we're doing a retro playlist. Now, hear me out. I got a question for you guys. I got a big question for you guys. Would you like other playthrough, or would you like one playthrough called retro gaming, and we'll do game number one, and we'll do it. Because technically speaking, what I'm gonna do is I might be as again, it might be. This I'm gonna use it either way when I go on a trip, when I go somewhere, because I don't want to log off everything, right? Even with the Switch, the Switch I love. So I would love streaming on it, but I don't have the equipment necessary for streaming that. This is super easy. You take a phone, and that's pretty much it. I can film the video. Now I would prefer to stream it, but if I have to film it, I'll film it, right? So this would be for when I possibly will go live at my mom's house. Now, when I say live at my mom's house, it's not living at my mom's house. I'm gonna be keeping this apartment. I'm gonna be working next to her house. And if I was to work at night, I would go to her house to sleep and be like, just like, hey. Instead of going back and forth, I can go there, right? But again, this is not gonna happen. This is a possibility, not a exactitude. So I would have this. Now, the reason why this is a good the reason why this is a good news is we're getting a lot of followers on the gaming channel and on the YouTube channel. And one of my videos that has the most views, sadly, is my biggest regret as a content creator. And that was a video that I did about deleting those streams. So those streams are deleted, but those games still exist, and that playthrough still exists. So it might not be pro, but it might not be the worst. And that's pretty much it. So hopefully it works. Hopefully it goes well. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm really excited because and again, if you look at people, right? If you look at the people that did that, what I mean by did that is, I'm sorry, guys. I'm super tired. What I mean by the people that did that do emulators, are they're not uploading to YouTube, right? So they'll use an emulator, but they'll play on a stream. Now, on a stream, technically speaking, you're making money, right? But you're making money for you and not your video. There's no copyright system on something that's going on right now. Is if you do the distribution, you have to have a product that is not necessarily something that's going on right now, right? For example, we were playing this exact game, The Tower, not once, not twice, but 3 times, right? And on The Tower, some of my videos there's a radio show on it. And the radio show isn't mine. I'm not a owner of the company. I'm not a owner of the radio. And YouTube system will be allowed to recognize that this is a radio show. Funny thing is, really funny thing. So this is not necessarily in this video, right? But when it comes to the copyright system, YouTube is amazing. This is a true story. I was filming The Tower, right? And the funny thing is, am I filming? Oh, I'm filming, thank God. Fuck, shit. I was filming The Tower. And the funny thing is, this playthrough, okay? So you see there's 3 playthrough. This playthrough has been playing for a year and a half, right? So this playthrough is the most advanced. The 2 other playthrough, I need to get them. So what I do sometimes is I won't be playing on this one, but I'll be playing on the 2 others. Now this one I'll upload video. It doesn't matter what I'll upload, but I'll do something else. Now the great thing with that, right, is I'm able to be like, okay, well, guess what? I took a video, right? I'm gonna upload it, and I still get to make content. So even though I'm always doing something, now by doing this, you see that these they have a screen recording. I'm not streaming. I'm screen recording with my voice. Believe me not. We were watching an excellent show, an excellent show. It's such a long story for a short thing, but I'm a storyteller, so I'm gonna tell you a story. Um, I was watching Dexter, and YouTube, right, copyright my shit, and they said, "Hey, you're listening to the show. You're listening to Dexter." Right? I was like, holy shit, this is happening. Now, you remember the beginning of the show? You remember the beginning of this video? It was a long time ago, but there's still a beginning to this video. Now, the beginning of this video is quite simple. I miss and I regret watching shit that I cannot watch again. So, with the retro gaming, this is it. The thing is, I don't dislike the game that are being put out right now. I'm having a shit ton of fun with Fortnite. I'm having a shit ton of fun with Fortnite. However, I'm in a position where I'm like, okay, well, I'm like a Fortnite, but when I play Fortnite, I'm not playing more than a dozen, this almost 50 game that I own. I'm trying to look at fast how much I can get, but I'm not gonna get. The emulator that we have is 30,000 games, right? And I'm like, okay, well, I'm not getting further with multiple gaming, right? And I'm like, okay, what am I supposed to do here? And there's a part of me that wants to go back to retro gaming. The reason as to it is, it's not necessarily it's games that made me the person I am today. I want to say they still hold up. To me, it's a lot easier to talk about a game that I've played before than a game that I've been playing right now. So right now, I would like to do retro gaming. With this, we have I don't know how many games we're playing. I don't know where we're going to be starting, but we have the capacity to do it. And this once again is a response to the overwhelming popularity of the negative videos on my channel. A negative video that I made that I don't regret. I still mean it. I still mean one of my biggest regrets is deleting those streams. What I would love to do is at least private them. Not for them to be like, yo, guess what? They still exist because now they don't exist. And yeah, that's a big regret. So we're gonna be bringing back the retro gaming once again. Please tell me in the comments if you prefer me doing one playthrough, one playlist. So what I would see for one playlist, my original ID is actually quite simple. The original ID would be okay. Well, guess what? We have this video. It's working well. Okay. But what I would do is first game, second game, third game, fourth game, and etc. And it would be for retro gaming. So retro gaming, because the people that are watching, see, it's weird because I don't mean to generalize, of course, but if the people that are watching retro gaming are gonna watch only retro gaming, they're gonna be watching some of the gaming nowadays, but it's more so the retro gaming. So they could just skip it. But again, are you gonna be skipping the second game, the third game? The answer is I don't know. I don't fucking know. Zdrowie. Anyway, I love you guys. Take it easy. Peace.